Right, this is a quick walk around video for a Lexus RX 450. This is the SEI version. As you can see here, it's on a 60 plate with 78,000 miles. Finished in black and in absolutely stunning condition. It really, really is. Go around the car for you. Front of the vehicle, you can see there, all lights, lenses, completely free of cracks, condensation otherwise. Front bumpers, absolutely clean as a whistle. Bonnet of the car, it's hardly got a stone chop on it, which is absolutely remarkable. It's completely genuine, because there are a couple right on the leading edge. You just see here, just a couple there, just to let you know it is actually a used car, because I mean, that is in just wonderful, wonderful condition. Really lovely looking grille on the Lexus, of course. Coming down the near side of the vehicle here, just to go down there, it's absolutely mirror smooth. It really is. Front wing, completely unmarked. Front alloy is in absolutely amazing condition, and just the tiniest little bit of curbing just there, very light indeed as well actually. And then as you can see there, panel work is really, really, really clean. It's not to say there won't be any marks on the car, of course there will, but they are going to be very few and far between and very hard to spot. The rear alloy on the near side here, again, really nice. Again, just a tiniest bit of paint flake actually just there, it's but minimal, absolutely minimal. And come to the back angle of the car, which is one of its nicer angles, certainly I think it's a really good looking car. Rear bumper and tailgate, again, all very, very, very clean indeed. And then to the off side of the vehicle, which is exactly the same as the near side in terms of just how clean it is. It is remarkably clean. Offside alloy there, I can't see a mark on that one. And then panel work again is absolutely amazing. And then the final alloy, offside on the front there, again can't see a mark at all on there either. But we're looking at a car, you know, which really does belie the miles it's done. It's in fabulous, fabulous condition. So coming to the boot of the car, absolutely massive, of course. Tonneau covers there. You've got a 60/40 fold in the rear seats, and all the fabric areas in really lovely condition. Just pull those tabs there, just drops the seats down. It's a really simple and easy system to use, but it really, really is in fabulous, fabulous order. Sorry, nearly walked away without showing the electric tailgate working exactly as it should, which of course it does on a Lexus, but just so you can see it operating. Which you can do that by a button in the car, on the fob, on the tailgate, or do it manually yourself if you so wish. Coming to the back of the car now, near side rear door card looks absolutely superb. Back of the seats, which can take a battering from kids' feet, they all look to be in very, very nice condition. And door card on the near side there, again in equally good condition as well. Loads of legroom in these cars, and leather work is absolutely fabulous. Coming to the front of the car now, driver's door card, again in really nice condition. See electric windows, electric wing mirror adjusters there, and you've got your electric memory seat switch, all buttons there. Coming down here, we've got a full set of Lexus mats in the car, get all in very nice condition. Driver's seat, again really, really, really nice, just shows how beautifully built these cars are. And passenger one again in really nice condition too. So inside the car now, engine's running as it has been all the way through. Passenger door card, again in fantastic order. Just to show you in the glove box here, press a button, got the owner's manual pack, and below that you've got the lock and wheel nut key is present and with the vehicle. Dashboard is in astonishing condition, but just shows, as again I keep going on about it, just how beautifully made these cars are. Lovely big screen sat nav mounted nice and high up, and obviously pop that one into reverse. And you've got a lovely crystal clear rear parking camera on there as well, with its little grid. Really nice audio system, but everything is in absolutely fantastic condition. Go back here, obviously got heated seats on this model, and you've got that little, you close it over, it's just so you can put power cables into the stowage area in the centre for the power outlet there. Coming across the main dashboard, just pan in for you, 78,915 miles, no warning lights on the car with the engine running, as you can see. And then we've got your multifunction steering wheel, auto lights, auto wipers, but as I said, it genuinely, because the video doesn't do it justice, it's an absolutely superb condition. What will follow this video should be a road test of this very car. Right then, this is a road test for a Lexus RX 450 hybrid. This is the SEI version, and this particular car is registered KN60KAU. Mileage at the start of this road test is 78,908 miles. The reason we do the road tests is very simple indeed. Basically the internet has meant that people will look much further afield for cars, certainly for the right car for them, but clearly that means that it's kind of fraught with risk when you go and see a car to find out there's got a fault which you hadn't been told about, or there's something glaring, or it's not the model that they've said, or otherwise. And we have been put in that position ourselves, so we just want customers to see our cars in operation. I can tell you what's and all about them. I don't pull any punches. If there's a problem with the car, warning light on, or something not quite right with the drive of the car, I will inform you, as I've done on previous videos. Coming back to telling you whether you got the right model or not, unfortunately this car, when we put it onto Auto Trader, where we advertise all our stock, it's auto-filled, and they've got software issues at Auto Trader, or they've got a lack of understanding of what Lexus is all about, because it automatically pre-fills it as SEL, and it is not an SEL. We have an SEL, we've got an SEL Premier as well. This is an SEI. We have put it in the text of the advert. It's very, very, very misleading. We've complained to Auto Trader about it, but unfortunately they're fairly kind of slow-witted at the best of times. But anyway, that is made. So obviously, clearly, that means when you're looking at other SEL Lexus cars, just be very careful. Some simple giveaways on them, a couple of them. They have a manually adjustable steering wheel. Sorry, the manually adjustable steering wheel. They have a Mark Levinson stereo on the SELs. This one doesn't. And they have air-conditioned seats as well as heated seats on the SELs. So I was just going to adjust the steering wheel when I started saying that. So those are the two obvious things to look for when you're asking about the cars. Coming back to the car itself, starting with the engine and the hybrid system of the car, I've got to be honest with you, absolutely perfect. It starts instantly. Of course, it doesn't start on the engine, it tends to start on the hybrid system, so the engine doesn't kick in for a few seconds, if not a bit longer. So you pull away normally in kind of what I call silent mode, which sounds quite kind of grand, but it's kind of an eerie sensation to pull away with no noise. Then obviously the hybrid, the engine will kick in thereafter. Very, very smooth in its application. Wonderful sort of seamlessness to it in the way it delivers its power. But as an engine, as an example of one, simply cannot fault it. Temperature gauge running at just about a third, which is where it wants to be at maximum operating temperature on one of these Lexus cars, and that's exactly what this one is. Also, there are no warning lights on the dashboard at all on the vehicle, so nothing to concern yourself about. Engine then goes through into the Lexus gearbox, and this is a CVT gearbox. Brilliantly tough and durable gearboxes. Never heard of a problem with one. But the way it all comes together with the engine, the hybrid, and the gearbox is absolutely brilliant. There is not another car in its class. You put your foot down, get from A to B, and it's just this genuinely seamless power. So you put your foot, accelerate now. There's no gear change, there's no kick down, there's no delays, there's nothing. It's just a brilliant system. And compared to most competitors' turbo diesels, far less to go wrong, of course. Most of the competitors, in fact all of the diesel competitors, will be running those awful DPF filters, EGR valves, turbochargers, probably 2 per engine on a lot of the modern stuff. So, literally double the trouble, and they are hugely problematic. So it's in a different league when it comes to reliability compared to any of its competitors. It really is. on top of which it's a damn sight nicer to drive in terms of the refinement of the engine and the sound of the engine. But as an example of one, which is what this video is about, absolutely perfect. Brakes on the car, lovely solid brake pedal. There's no pulsing, there's no vibrations. It doesn't pull right, doesn't pull left, it pulls dead straight and true. They're in very, very, very fine order indeed. So that's my keys, by the way, so it's not a rattle in the car, God forbid, on a Lexus. Steering of the car, tracks absolutely bullet straight. There's no vibrations. Coming through the steering wheel at any speed, even up to what I am now, the legal limit of the vehicle. But it just feels as tight as a drum. The whole car does, in fact. It beggars belief just how the miles it's done. It just shows the quality that, you know, Lexus gives you. Likewise, the suspension of the car, beautiful riding car, very, very, very comfortable. Hides its size and height brilliantly. You don't get huge lurching around the corner. It doesn't feel cumbersome at all. But what's lovely about this particular one, of course, is the fact that, or this particular model rather, is that it doesn't exhibit any wear to the suspension of the vehicle at all. And what I'll be tending to look for on this type of car will be when it hits a bump, you'll hear it hitting the bump, and you should hear a sort of dull thud. What you don't want to be hearing is kind of slightly metallic-y knocking noises, and that's normally, you know, quite innocent little things like drop links or anti-roll bar links. They're all replaceable. They're probably not unsafe, but they make a car seem very, very, very tired indeed. So just checking the cruise control, it's working absolutely perfectly. So yeah, and the suspension, just, you know, we've got one ourselves, my wife and I have an SEL model exactly the same as this, which has done 40,000 miles. Doesn't drive any better than this. In fact, you know, it doesn't drive any better at all than this. It doesn't feel any different. Also driving along at speed, I'm listening out for noises in terms of kind of wind noise, because they are very, very quiet cars rather. And clearly, obviously, if you had a door sill had been skagged or a windscreen badly fitted, you know, if it had been replaced, then, you know, the refinement would be lost with an annoying wind hiss. But there's nothing at all. It's beautifully, beautifully refined. Looking inside the car, it's in fantastic condition. Build quality is banded around. Some people claim they've got good build quality. Most cars, in all honesty, are actually built pretty damn well these days. But what then some aren't as good as, in terms of, you know, is durability. I mean, this thing feels brand new. There's not a hint of a squeak or a rattle from the interior. The plastics look as though they come straight off the production line. Everything works beautifully. It's a lovely warm day. It's nearly 20 degrees outside. Air conditioning's pumping out lovely cold air. Every switch I've pressed has worked absolutely perfectly on the car. But it's done in a really nice, very easy to use car. Obviously got big screen sat nav on there. When you pop it into reverse, clearly that goes into camera. And then you got this mouse control to sort of scroll through different menus, which I'm going to be honest with you, I wasn't a massive fan on when I had my first one. I don't know, so I'm pretty old school with these things. It takes a while for me to change. I've now got used to it, and I have to say it's actually damn good. It really is good. You know, the mouse works. It's well damped, so you're not sort of, it isn't, the little icon isn't flickering all over the screen. It's very, very nicely done. So these little things you learn as you drive along, but all in super, super order. Dashboard's a more regular affair, very classy, of course. Lexus do these dials beautifully well. It does look, you know, very, very. It looks very upmarket indeed. All the information there is working perfectly. All the pixelation of all the displays exactly as they should be. Obviously we've got auto lights, auto wipers on the car, and you've got your multifunction steering wheel with hands-free telephone, all the usual gizmos on there. They've also got, you can select to have the thing lock the doors as you drive away, which always makes me jump when I drive them, so I've turned the whole damn lot off because they annoy me no end. But you can put them back on if you really want to. But it's all in wonderful order, and it drives beautifully. That kind of brings me back to kind of, you know, people who've had the RX 400 will naturally progress to these because they'll know what they're all about. I mean, they are a wonderful car. If you've never driven one and you're looking at, you know, probably there's three obvious candidates. There'll be the Audi Q7, Mercedes ML, BMW X5, all nice badges, all prestigious cars, all very nice to drive, in all honesty. All horribly unreliable compared to these things over the ownership of a car. You know, they really, really are. We won't touch them with a barge pole anymore after years of dealing with them. So they are great cars to drive, and I'm sure there'll be plenty of people out there who've never had a problem. Unfortunately, they're in the minority because they are just, yeah, I just won't touch them anymore, as I said. But what they can't give you is this effortless refinement that the Lexus gives you. This is really in a different league. So if you drive one of those, you get a thundering performance, you know, but you get a bellow from a sort of from a dull diesel note rather than the kind of the lovely V6 that sings at you when you put your foot down in this one. And they're not as economical as you think. Over the same trip, I always get more out of these than I did out of any of those cars, and that's in the real world of driving, not stupid static laboratory tests, because we clearly know what happened when a certain manufacturer got caught out. But that be as it may. But the point of the video was to try and pick up on any issues with the car. I can't find anything at all. It drives absolutely beautifully, and not just well. It's not just driving without fault. It drives utterly superbly. And, you know, remember those words, you can come and see it, because I'll happily kind of answer anyone on that, because it's a wonderful car. Now, clearly, obviously, if I missed anything on the video, don't hesitate, please do give us a call, and we'd be happy to answer any questions you might have about this car.